Health Shenanigans family. Welcome back. Happy New Year. This is our first podcast episode of the year, and I'm so glad to have you here. For our new subscribers, my name is Matseketsa, and I'm the host of Health Shenanigans, Makuhwa, eUtano, Amahunga, ngezempilakahle, and we're so excited to have you back. To our new subscribers, welcome. Our old subscribers, Matseketsa, thank you so much for tuning in. And before we even go anywhere, please like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who's interested. So today we've got an amazing topic, but before we get into that, just want to let you know that Health Shenanigans is a platform where we talk about, but we bust some myths, we talk about real stories, real issues. We also have a couple of laughs here and there. So if you're here for a public health related information, if you're here for a laugh, if you're here to break some myths, you're at the right place. So today we're talking Germany, guys. We're in Germany right now. I'm joking. But we're here today with Die Deutsche Schule, a school that teaches Germany. I'm going to let our amazing guests introduce themselves. We've got Tasmine, and we also have Jamie here with us today. Thank you so much, guys. Maybe you can introduce yourselves to our guests.
All right, I'm Tasmine. I'm in charge of all the finance for Die Deutsche Schule. We have a number of branches, one in Lusaka, one in Bulawayo, an examination center in Avondale, and a campus in Sandringham, Alexandra Park. I'll hand over to Jamie.
I'm Jamie. I manage the OSD exams as well as our schools program.
Nice. I'm so glad to have you guys here. So you guys, today we're going to talk about a very interesting subject. A lot of people usually think Germany is all about cars and everything, but today we're going to talk about opportunities in Germany, especially in the medical field. So I'm going to start with something very basic, Jamie and Tasbin. So why Germany when we're talking about healthcare professionals? Why Germany? Why should people choose Germany? What is so nice about studying in Germany?
Well, Germany has an aging population, so there's less working class citizens as there is the elderly, because when World War II is over, the birth rates dropped and the economy was rising. So then more jobs became in demand, especially in healthcare with the nurses and for the elderly to aid them. It was a lot more difficult because the younger people that do live in Germany, they have so many options that they don't necessarily pick nursing and anything in the medical field because they have so many things to pick from.
Nice. Okay. Anything to add to that, Tasman?
Yes, just like what she was saying, the actual Germans themselves, they have a lot of other options they'd like to pick. They don't want to do these nursing jobs. You know, maybe they may feel that it's not for them. So. And already they are limited, as Jamie already stated. So it gives a big gap for that workforce that is needed, and this is where we come into play.
That's nice. That's very interesting.
Yes.
Thank you so much for clarifying. Now let's talk about something that people always love hearing: money, right? So I've heard that people actually get paid as they learn. Maybe can you expand on that?
Yes, so that's apprenticeships. Basically, so apprenticeship is more hands-on learning. So it's for people that are better with their hands rather than mentally. So for nursing, for example, they would get picked by a company that needs a nurse, and they would learn as they earn money. So they alternate between two things. So they'll go to a vocational training program for 6 weeks, and then they would work for 6 weeks. So of course you're getting paid for all of this. The company provides your accommodation, you just have to pay rent. So all that money you're earning basically goes to rent and food and anything else you'd like.
Nice, that's interesting, guys. I hope you're hearing that because, you know, it's not a lot of countries that offer that, right? So that's an amazing opportunity. So what I want to talk about as well, there's a lot of myths that go around, you know, that would like to, so this, because basically Health Shenanigans, we're talking myths, right? So I want to bust some of those myths so that we can provide some information to our viewers. So one of the myths that we hear is that Germany only accepts geniuses. Is that true?
No.
Okay, let's bust that myth. Yeah.
So like I said, with apprenticeships, you don't need to be a genius.
Okay.
Germans they admire passion and hard work.
Okay.
Even if you get 2 points, 2 E's, they will still value how good you are with your work.
Nice. That's nice. And then one of the myths is you must already be rich to study in Germany. Is that true? Because there's some people that are like, guys, I can't afford to go. How does that work?
So university in Germany is actually free, so they don't pay any tuition.
Nice.
And Germany has top universities, and they're mainly public universities, so they would also be learning in English.
Oh, okay.
The only thing they would pay is maybe 200 to 500 euros, but that covers like cafeteria, transport, the library. That would be the only thing they pay.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's really nice to hear. Okay, and then it says one of the myths that we got was vocational diplomas are inferior to degrees.
No.
Yeah, I think we actually addressed some of that in our previous episode where we were talking about TVET. So how is that myth true?
So it's not true because the German diploma that you get is way more valued internationally than any degree.
Wow.
Not many universities will give you that hands-on experience that you need. If you go to university and leave, all you have is a degree. You don't have anything to show for it but a piece of paper.
Okay.
Now, apprenticeship, you're learning while working. You're basically proving your skills to everyone, and that's what the diploma will show to the whole world.
To the whole world. Wow, that's very nice. That's very nice. I'm glad that we managed to break that myth down. So, Tasmine, maybe you can tell us more about the benefits of learning German language.
The benefits of learning German language.
Yes.
So first of all, I would say it's beneficial because when you go to Germany, first of all, when you're just walking around or even going into town, there's nobody which is going to really liaise with you in English.
Okay.
So you need to be able to know just basic conversations, at least, to just pass the time. How's the weather? How are you? How much is that? You need to know, otherwise they're not going to really understand. The only places where I think you could get the English is if you actually went into a German-speaking university. So if you went into an English-speaking university. So if you went into an English-speaking university, then you could meet some people that were speaking English. Yes, so that's benefit number one. Benefit number two is just good to be versatile in languages. You could become maybe somebody that works within the language field of interpreting stuff one day, and you could actually find it just beneficial to do so. Yes.
That's really, really good points. So the next thing that I want to talk about, let's zoom in on healthcare, right? If someone is listening right now, young, motivated, maybe already in health, considering it, what real options exists? Basically, when we're talking like apprenticeships, caregiving, something to do with that.
Yes, so you're saying what opportunities actually
exist?
Definitely the nursing field.
Okay.
Definitely there's a lot of vacancies. Even when I talked with our placements agent this morning, he said there's a lot of space
Maybe you can
and
tell
room.
us how that also works when you're done with that, how placement also works.
All right.
Yeah.
So he did say there's a lot of people which are needed in the nursing department, which is very beneficial because, I'm sure also with the COVID, it really took down a lot of the medical staff.
Okay.
And then also for caregiving, I know that not many people can stomach the idea in Germany of just going through the whole process of looking after someone which is sick. It really takes a strong person. So there's a lot of also vacancies for that as well. So I'm sure those are one of the most needed at this moment.
At this moment, okay.
Yes.
What about people that work in labs, diagnostics? Are they needed? What about pharmacy, doctors? How is that?
I think when it comes to labs, diagnostics and all that, it would definitely start with maybe an assistant.
Oh, an assistant, okay.
Yes, and then they would have to work their way up.
Okay. market?
I'm sure
I
you
would
would be.
definitely think there is a market there,
Yeah.
but again, you would start from the bottom
Yeah.
and probably work your way back
Work your
up.
way.
Of course, that's because
Yeah.
Germans are very hard workers. I'm sure they are known
Yes.
for the quality that they
Yes.
produce, because anything that comes from Germany, it's quality. Already we can look at Audi and all these
Yes,
brands, they're quality.
It's quality brand.
So they
There's
have to
no
make
room
sure.
For mistakes.
Yes.
Nice. But I mean, our people are very hardworking, so that I'm not worried about. I know that Zimbabweans, they work very hard. So I'm so proud of you guys for that. Tell us, how does the placement, you said you had a placement agent, how does that work?
So once you're done completing your levels, of course you first have to do the language, confirm Jamie?
Yes. We can
From
come to
A1,
that. Yeah.
A2, B1.
Mhm.
You can start your applications at B1 level,
Okay.
of which you visit our placements officer. His name is Ian. He's located in Avondale,
Mhm.
number 9, Lincoln.
Mhm.
So you visit Ian and you have a chat with him.
Mhm.
Let him know what you want to do, but also you need to have the documentation that he will ask for. If you don't provide the correct documentation, unfortunately, it makes it harder. So you need to have everything that he requests. You definitely need to have O levels, especially for
Okay.
apprenticeships. You need O levels.
Is there specific, which you said A levels?
You need
O levels.
for apprenticeships. You
Okay.
need O levels.
Is there specific ones like math, science?
You just need 4 any O levels, excluding languages.
Oh, excluding languages. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
And then?
And then also for university, you will need your A levels, of course, to get in. Of course, you can't expect to get into a university with 2 points.
Yeah, it doesn't make
So,
sense.
and
When it
then-
comes to university,
Yeah.
you have to work hard
Hard.
to make sure you get
Okay,
it.
you get them. Okay. There's something else I wanted to ask, but maybe we can come back to that. So, why does this matter? Like, especially, why this matters for Africa? I'm asking this question because a lot of people now, when they hear people going to Germany, they're like, "Oh, there's gonna be a brain drain." How do we counter that? Especially, like, some people worry about that. Maybe we can talk about the brain drain that happens when people leave to go. Do people go and come back? How do we go about that?
Okay, so people do go. I'm sure they go for about 6 months. It
Yes.
should be 6 months to
Yes,
8 months.
yes.
Then they come back.
Yes.
So they just come back to, because the company does allow them to come back, because I'm sure they do understand that this is a completely new country, and
Yes.
you know, they might want to just go back home because they're getting homesick.
Yes.
You know, you're
Yes.
used to of your country.
Yes.
So they do allow that. And when you're there, there's a lot of things you could do to make yourself feel comfortable. I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't mean because you go to Germany, you stop speaking to all your Zimbabwean friends, because now now you've classified yourself as a native
Yes,
German.
yes.
I mean, you always keep your
Yeah.
your roots. And also in Germany, there are a lot of people there. We have our DDS, Die Deutsche Schule alumni.
Okay.
You could also, I heard that they might be actually making a group for alumni. You can always chat. They might be holding events, attend those events, and
Yeah.
it could help with, having a stressful life, the
Okay.
day-to-day.
The day-to-day.
The day-to-day.
Yeah.
And if you find that you're too much under pressure in that specific
Yes.
apprenticeship that you're in, you're allowed to change from apprenticeship to a different apprenticeship.
To a different
Let's say you
apprenticeship.
go doing nursing, you could decide, nursing is not for me, I actually want to do pharmacy. Then you can switch to
always
pharmacy.
switch to pharmacy.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's
As
very
long as it's in a
informative.
specific period of time
Of
from
time.
when you.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very informative.
Mhm.
Maybe you guys want to teach us something in Germany? I mean, you can't come and go and leave without teaching us something. I know how to say coffee in Germany. Is it cafe?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Is there a line that you guys might want to teach us? in
Okay.
German?
You can say Guten Tag. Guten Tag means good day.
Oh, guten Tag.
Morgen, which is good morning.
Guten Morgen.
Okay.
Wie geht's, which is how are you?
Wie geht's?
And then you reply sehr gut, which means very good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's nice. Thank you.
Thank
Okay, is there anything else that you guys would want to add?
I'm sure many people already know this, but if you go to Germany, you can just take a train ride to any other country that you like, to France, Italy. So it really gives them that opportunity to see the whole of Europe whenever they'd like.
Yeah, because you can access a lot of countries from there. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much, Tasmine and JD, for coming in to telling our learners about Germany. So you heard it, guys. Germany needs, it's got so many opportunities. It needs healthcare professionals, and there's a lot of opportunities. And there's just something about learning a different language, you know. So Jamie has told us where their branches are. So please do go through, have a look, and see how you can learn German with Die Deutsche Schule. Thank you so much to our viewers for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. I just want to thank the production team for setting all of this up, and shout out to Lewis and Brighton. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Health Shenanigans family, thank you for tuning in.